Hey everyone, welcome to Greenlight. So today we're talking about Blu-ray Tuesday movies, and at the end of this live stream, we're going to be talking about who wins the giveaway for my Apollo 13 unboxing and movie code giveaway that I did last week Friday. I also have some announcements on some new movies, some new videos that I'm coming out with, and they're all has to do with filmmaking, smartphone filmmaking, and DSLR filmmaking, whatever have you. It doesn't matter exactly what kind of camera, and that's the point of what I do here on this channel. So let's get started right now. All right. So, forgive me, my neighbors. I think he's like vacuuming or using some kind of like gardening type tools, and it's hissing really, really loud in the background. So forgive that. But we're gonna get started right now and get going. We got a lot of Blu-rays that are coming out today, actually, on Blu-ray and available for everybody right now. And there's some major ones. There's one called Let Him Go and Tesla, and a bunch of other ones that are really, really great to check out. And I have some back ends for all of these and a re-release to talk about that's really awesome on 4K. So let's get started right now. So if you haven't been here before, please hit the subscribe button, because we do a lot of videos just like this every week, including giveaways like I said about earlier in this video, and we're going to talk about who wins our latest giveaway at the end of this live stream. But we do videos like that, as well as filmmaking unboxings and filmmaking videos, and I have a bunch of those on my channel, so you could check out from each playlist, from pre-production, production, and post-production, so you can learn all facets of production and how to make and create your own films. So moving on to our first Blu-ray today, and our first Blu-ray today is going to be Let Him Go. There we go. And Let Him Go, Kevin Costner and Diane Lane film. I believe it has something to do with their son and everything like that. So usually I concentrate more on filmmaking and what kind of making ofs and documentaries you can find from big budget production films like this. And this is one of those films that was released during the pandemic, and it was released in theaters, but it made more of a presence on VOD, including a bunch of movies that were coming out recently too. So this is out today, and you can check this out. This is like a thriller drama. Try not to give too much away as far as with stories goes and stuff like that, but they are on redemption for their son. So check it out. In the description below, I have IMDb links where you could check out the trailers, check out the filmmakers, check out the equipment they used, and everything like that on there. All educational stuff when it comes to filmmaking and movies, obviously. So I do have a back end here. This is a universal releasing, and it says here also it's certified fresh. Let's pull it up here for you guys. And as you can see here, this is certified fresh, and it does come with some special features here on the side. I'm going to zoom in real quick here. Oh, excuse me. I know you hear that, including that machine this dude's using next door. So let's zoom in, fade in here. And as you can see, there's the making of Let Him Go. Like I said about a lot of these making ofs, when they say the making of or making of and then the title of the film, usually it's going to be like 10, 15 minutes type of deal. And what to expect is not more than maybe a lot of interviews. You might have to read between the lines type of thing, because this is Universal, and they have I've seen them do this before, so it may be something like that. You might see a lot more technical stuff within here, since I see other behind the scenes bonus features. I see little videos here after the making of Let Him Go. So that's something great to look forward to. And going into the next thing I see here, so it says the Black Ledges, Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. So I guess not even have to guess. I'm pretty sure they're going to be talking about their roles and any kind of challenges they had to overcome as actors. And this is great for not only actors to check this type of stuff out, but directors to check this out. So I used to be a director where I would just go straight for the making of a movie and just watch that over and over and over again. But sometimes, I would go back in, having seen the making of so many times and seen the movie so many times. I would come back like maybe a year later or something and check out the Blu-ray or the DVD, and then I see, like something that like the Black Ledges or something that is a bonus feature, but it's more towards actors or more towards a different department I'm not so interested in. I tend to learn more from those things than I do from the one I'm the most interested in. So check out this Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. They're going to go over their characters in this film, in this drama, and how they were able to overcome whatever challenges they're able to overcome. And that's great, for directors. Like I said, this is great. Even when you're writing too, and it's good to know what kind of challenges or what kind of things would be challenging for actors ahead of time. Especially when you're writing your first feature, or your first project, you want to kind of make it as simple as possible for you, production-wise and storytelling-wise, where you can still learn and grow as a storyteller, but also come at it as a pro, and having in that professional aspect of just knowing ahead of time. It's just experience, and that's just what it is with the industry. The more experience you have, the better. So moving on to the next thing I see here, and it's Lighting the Way. Thomas Bazooka? I think I'm going to say Thomas Bazooka. I'm saying this totally wrong, I believe, but it just looks like Thomas Bazooka in the way I'm like pronouncing it and all that. So with that being said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this up. Let's see. So yeah, that's the director, written for the screen and directed by Thomas Bazooka. So Thomas is the director here. So this is great. So somebody like me that growing up with wanting to be a director and a filmmaker, you always want to hear from directors a lot more. And this is like a huge, Easter egg, just finding something like this, as well as having the making of. So this is really chock filled with stuff here, and it's a Rotten Tomatoes, certified fresh Rotten Tomatoes film. So a lot of things here to learn from a 5-star film here. So definitely worth checking out. Let me know in the comments below or in the live chat if you're looking to check this movie out, or if you already seen this film and you already believe that it's good or not. Let me know, as well as if you're gonna purchase it on Blu-ray and you think these special features are worth purchasing alone. So let me know. So we're gonna move on to our next feature film today, and our next one is a horror film. We got a lot to go through today so with the giveaway and all. So and I do give shout outs for people on the live chat before I after I do all the giveaway and announcements and stuff like that. So as you see here, this is latest film from Shudder. It's a Shudder original, and it's called Host. Another horror film on Blu-ray. I do not have the back end for this, but it's out today on Blu-ray, and you can check it out in the description below. I have IMDb links, and you can check out the trailer, check out the filmmakers, check out the cast, and find out what kind of equipment they used as well in the technical specs area. So moving on to our next film, and like I said, host, let me know what you think. If you have seen this film or you're looking to purchase it, let me know in the comments down below in the playback or in the live chat. And I'm going to move on to our next film. In our next film, I got a chance to see this with my wife. We VOD'd this, and we rented it and we checked it out. And this is called Love, Weddings, and Other Disasters. So it's kind of interesting in the sense that it's a bunch of stories kind of commingling within this movie. A bunch of people that work on weddings, going through their own love struggles and dramas as well. It's a more of a dramedy, I would say. Quite interesting. You got Diane Keaton. Sorry, Diane Keaton here. She plays a character that I haven't seen her really play in these type of movies in a while, where it's more of a character type of acting here, where she has to play a blind woman. And I've never seen her actually have a character thing to do, for as far as I've seen in her work. But she's done a lot of work and she's done a lot of dramatic acting, and she's very, 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 very talented. So this is worth checking out. And then I thought that Andrew Bachelor's character was really good here as well. And it popped out the most to me and my wife. I believe this is Maggie Grace here on the bottom right as well. So between them two on the bottom here, they have like the more interesting story. The two up top here, these two, Jeremy Irons and Diane Keaton, they're both, their stories are, I'm going a little bit more in depth in this one because it was quite interesting. We weren't sure what we were getting with this film, but it was a lot of fun to watch it, and we had a lot of laughs, and there's a lot of love, and it's good for couples to check it out. So I had a lot of fun with this one with my wife, and really, really highly enjoyed this film. It was a pleasant watch, so I definitely highly recommend it for any couples out there, as well as any parents out there as well. So moving on to our next film, and this film you could check it out in the IMDb links in the description below. You can check out the trailers, check out the filmmakers, check out the technical specs, all the stuff they used, and the camera equipment they used as well. We're going to move on to our next film, which is another big film that's out today, and we have, like I said, a lot of new content to see this week from Blu-rays. And like I always say, there's always these underground indie films that people don't realize, and I love showcasing them on here as well. So I'm going to move over to Tesla, which is more or less of an independent film. This Love and Weddings one was something more or less like that as well, just to go on the fact that COVID happened. So there was a lot of placement when it comes to marketing and everything like that for a bunch of feature films. Movies like what I just shown there usually gets a little bit more placement, but it's just with COVID and everything, it was tough. So moving on to this film here, what we have is Ethan Hawke as Nikolai Tesla, and this is the movie Tesla. So check it out in the description below. I have IMDb links for this film. I do not have a back end here. There could be a making of, I'm not too sure, but I'd love, a feedback from everybody if you do end up purchasing this film. It's out today on Blu-ray, so check it out. Let me know in the description, and let me know in the comments in the playback or in the live chat. And in the description below, like I said, there'll be IMDb links for the filmmakers, for the cast and crew, as well as the technical specs, so you can check them out. And we're gonna move on to our next film, and our next film today is. This is more of a documentary. Actually, this is great. This is great for every filmmaker to have and to check out right now. Documentaries are good for information, and especially for filmmaking, including filmmaking documentaries. This is more or less about the film industry and how Black people are used in horror films, and how are they used over time too, and how it was developed into movies like Get Out, and many other films like that Us and Jordan Peele just started, and many other films before him too that had started more in the underground scene. So they're going to talk all about that in Horror Noire, A History of Black Horror. So this is great, a Shudder original documentary. Definitely worth checking out. I highly recommend checking this one out. I've seen documentaries like this in different forms. I've talked about this with different filmmakers over time in film school as well. So definitely something that is not talked about enough, and definitely that needs to be talked about, and at least learned about. Something to learn about today, definitely to check out, especially around Black History Month right now. Definitely something to have in your arsenal of knowledge, because what's really cool about this is like they even show you how storytelling in the horror scene changes big time when you add that element, which is really good. So definitely worth checking out. Like I always say, there's IMDb links in the description below. You can check out the filmmakers, check out the trailers for the documentary, and check out the technical specs and stuff they used in camera equipment maybe they used on this documentary. So definitely worth checking out. Let me know in the comments below if you have. I am stressing this out because it is very educational for this channel and for you and all the filmmakers out there. So comment down below when you do, and or hit me up in the live chat if you have already. You've probably seen it if you have Shudder on the app or something like that. So we're moving on to our next independent, more or less independent releasing too. Has I believe if you get a Blu-ray releasing and you have money for a budget, then it's not necessarily that indie, but anything under $1 million is considered that in the grand scheme of Hollywood and all. So this is our next film, A Journey to Royale, a Journey to Royal, I guess, a World War II rescue mission. So in the description below, you're going to find IMDb links for this film, and you're going to find trailers for this film, and you can check out the cast and the technical specs as well. So let me know in the comments below if you do check this movie out, and it's out now on Blu-ray, so you can purchase it for yourself or rent it. Let me know if you do or not, and let me know if there's any special features as well on this, because I do not have the back end. I looked around for a lot of these and I couldn't find them. So there's not really a back end for it, but it's out now on Blu-ray. So moving on to our next feature film. Excuse me, having a little coffee, so I think the coffee is making me a little raspy too. But sorry, I have a little spoon in there, and that kind of got really loud. So Elise is our next film, and our next film is Elyse on Blu-ray, and it's out now on Blu-ray. Anthony Hopkins feature film now on Blu-ray. So definitely worth checking out. I have IMDb links in the description below where you can check out the trailer and check out the filmmakers and their technical specs as well. So let me know if you have seen this film, if you think it's worth checking out. Like I said, I don't really do reviews on here. I let you know if I have seen a film or not, but I mainly focus on the releasings of on independent films and big films of all films on Blu-ray, as well as their making ofs if I get them, so that's always a good plus here. And putting out documentaries like I did with the Shudder original Horror Noire. This next film I'm going to show here, it's The Legend of Baron Toa. So this was really cool too. I saw the trailer as well, and I thought it was really interesting. I'm looking to check it out for myself, and I just like movies that are very inspiring, movies that are all about growth in a character growing from being one person to being a legend, obviously, Baron Toa here. So, moving on, in the description below, we do have IMDb links for this film, The Legend of Baron Toa. And like I said, it's worth checking out. Check out the trailer, check out the filmmakers, check out the technical specs, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments in the playback. So moving on to our next film. So there's another film out today. It's called Concrete Savannah. I believe it's released by Gravitas Ventures releasing. So you could find IMDb links in the description below, where you can find the trailer and the cast and crew and the technical specs and all this great information that you can find off of these movies. And sometimes you can't get making ofs sometimes for movies, for independent movies, and you got to get information from the internet like this, or IMDb links and stuff like that for technical specs. You know, sometimes it helps just understanding what they were using and what they had to work with. So this is our next film. It's called La Casa. La Casa is also in the description below. It's a horror film out today on Blu-ray, and it's in the description below. You can find IMDb links for the filmmakers, for the cast and crew, and you can check out the technical specs and all. So moving on to the next one, we got another documentary here, and it's Tribes on the Edge. Another one worth checking out and peering into other people's lives. And that's the great thing about documentaries, is peering into other people's lives. Quite like one that I have made recently, and you could check it out in the description below. It's Corazón de Cuba, and you could check that out on Amazon Prime. I don't believe it's Prime Video anymore. I have it as a rental, and you could also purchase it as well too, and that'll support me here on this channel too if you want to do that. But this film is also out on Blu-ray. I didn't get a Blu-ray releasing, so they had a little bit more of a budget, but this is really, really good. We're checking out Tribes on the Edge. Their survival could mean ours. So definitely worth checking out. Check out in the description below. I have IMDb links for this film. So moving on to our next film, which I believe, I'm not sure if I don't think this is documentary, but I have IMDb links for this film, Balloon Man, out on Blu-ray today. So you can check it out in the description below. IMDb links for the trailer, for the cast and crew, and the technical specs for this film. And we're already approaching 22 minutes here, I see, and we're approaching our last Blu-ray release. This is a 4K release, and it's a re-release. And I'm very happy to just put this up here. I love this film personally through film school and growing up in film and everything like that. And just introducing that film this way. It's called Do the Right Thing, and it's a Spike Lee joint. And I love Spike Lee. He's a great, phenomenal writer and director. He's come out with a new movie recently on Netflix called The Five Bloods. Still have that on my list to check out. I love his last film before that, which was Black Klansman. I didn't quite check out. There was another one, I think, right before that one I didn't check out. But every other one I've watched from Malcolm X on. So, as well as Do the Right Thing. And so this is out now on Blu-ray 4K. It's a re-release. I think they also have it on Blu-ray as well. I think it's just a 4K releasing today. But there is a back end here I do have, and this is why I love talking about it, especially re-release on films that are classics, that are worth learning a lot about. So this is more of an independent film, so it's definitely worth checking out. This is the back end here, and I'm going to zoom in. So the first thing I see here is Spike Lee introduction. So look, it says 4 hours of bonus features. So this is another thing when it's a big movie, even independent films that are huge over time, like movies like Clerks and Do the Right Thing and stuff like that. Over the time, they end up acquiring a lot of information with interviews and all that, with these behind the scenes stuff and behind the scenes photos or whatever it is they were able to bring on here. So Spike Lee introduction, He's definitely going to introduce the film, talk about how they made, most likely when they made the film and where in his career he was and all that stuff. It's going to be great. Do the Right Thing 20 years later. So cast and crew interviews 20 years later, so you get a retrospect on them making this independent film. And that's what I'm always talking about here, something more information, stuff to kind of look back on and looking at your independent film. And I've been thinking a lot about that with my independent film and doing like a small documentary about making my first feature film, and then also another documentary about making my grandfather's documentary. So down the line. So let me know in the comments if you think that's good or not, if that's a good idea. So moving on to deleted scenes and extended scenes. And I always say here with these are just scenes that were supposed to be in the chopping room, on the chopping block anyways. Mainly because they didn't propel the story forward, and it was just scenes that maybe slowed down the script, if anything, or in any way. And usually if they don't propel the story forward, that's usually a problem. So moving on to the next thing I see here, behind the scenes. So behind the scenes, that's pretty straightforward. It could have, because the next thing I see here is a making, Do the Right Thing. It could have a bunch of, it could be a play-all feature where there's a bunch of featurettes that you have lined up, and there could be breaking down the production and all that stuff. So there's a lot of chock filled with a lot of information here. Like I said, when they already say they have 4 hours here for you, they mean it, 4 hours. So very, very cool. And then we go on to making Do the Right Thing. So like I said, that might be a little less. That might be a quick 40-minute making of. Since this is Universal, I believe it could be 30 or 40 minutes, and it's like a brand new making of Do the Right Thing. So if you've seen it before on DVD, they kind of revamped it, and it's more or less a 4K render of it, and they revamped it, maybe even done some re-edits for adding new footage, new interviews, and all that. Very, very cool. Something very worth checking out, and something worth actually purchasing too. Let's see here. This is the riot sequence. This is the whole making Do the Right Thing, the riot sequence. I believe is all one thing. It could be. This is italicized here. Do the Right Thing. So let me know in the comments below if that is split up or not. I think it's split up, and then the riot sequence is separate, and they probably break that down too, if anything. So moving on to the next thing is a feature commentary with the director and more. So and more is usually like a trailer, and they give production stills and stuff like that as well. Maybe even marketing material. So that's very cool, and production stills and marketing material is very good to see, as a filmmaker when you're new in the game, because then you understand a little bit of what is needed in a production in the pipeline of releasing a film and stuff. So moving on to the steel bookcase real quick, because they have a steel book for this film, and I thought it was really, really beautiful, really beautifully done here, and the inside as well is very, very cool. So definitely worth checking out. I believe this is out in Best Buy for Steelbook case. So definitely worth checking out. Let me know in the comments below if you're looking to check this film out, or if you haven't already. I have seen this film. I have seen this film many times over, especially in film school too. It's definitely worth seeing as a film on its own. And it just has a message that carries on in generations and generations on end. So definitely worth checking out. And I believe this buy is just perfect. I mean, this right here, this steelbook case is very, very cool. And it looks like it has like the street art on the steelbook case. I'm just geeking out over it. So definitely worth checking out. And we're going to move on to our giveaway, because I know a lot of people are waiting here on the giveaway, and I already see a friend here on the live chat already. I see you, Matt Dragon. So I'm guessing a lot of people were waiting a little bit. now for me to do the giveaway. And I do have the giveaway ready to go here, and we're gonna fade it in here. So, all right. So as you see, it's gonna be the Apollo 13 giveaway, and I always use the TubeBuddy, the TubeBuddy app here, and they have a little miscellaneous tool called Pick a Winner. So let me see. I can line it up here for everybody. Bless you, Dad. That's my dad back there sneezing. Let's see. Just centering it up for you. And then, all right. So I'm gonna press the button and let's spin this wheel. All right. So J.E. You already own this digital already. Great giveaway and great vid. I really appreciate it, and I'm just going to give this as a shout out to you, J.E., and I've seen you multiple times. Thank you. I believe that you've won before, and I believe that's why you didn't put your Instagram. Anyways, you're supposed to put your Instagram in there. And since there isn't, I'm going to move on to another one. Dang, wow. It's really picking a lot of people that they recognize. Matt Dragon, seems like you won again constantly. It seems like you're always winning. I'm going to move on and actually give it to see if we get somebody new, because you have won before, and I've given it to you because you've supported this channel many times before. So I'm giving you another shout out here on this channel. Thank you again for being on the live chat too. So I'm going to pick a winner. And Ashley has won recently. Okay, so this person's new. I haven't seen this person before. Dwight McCoy. And all right, Saving Private Ryan is my favorite for sure. Very cool. I like Saving Private Ryan too. Saving Private Ryan was a pretty tough movie to watch. When I was younger, I was going to film school at the time. I believe I was working at Hollywood Video too when I saw it, and I rented it through there. And then I ended up buying the collector's edition for DVD and stuff like that. So congratulations, Dwight McCoy. And I'm going to check the live chat real quick. That's fine. I have this movie. It's great for sure. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Matt Dragon. I know you seeing a pattern here. It's starting to happen more than once, and it's just because you guys are always on the channel, and I really appreciate it, and I want you to continue being on here. So I'm just going to use that as like a shout out moment to give you a shout out, and everybody else that always shows up on the comments and they tell me what their favorite film is and stuff like that. So I really appreciate all of that here. And let me see. Let's look up Matt. Oh, sorry, Matt. I mean Dwight here. Dwight McCoy. What is DMCCOY? Here we go. Great. And I'm very happy to see that you have a profile picture, and you have pictures here, and you have like digital code stuff that you lightsaber giveaway. So you're doing stuff too. Very cool, man. All right, so congratulations on this giveaway. So you definitely won this giveaway here, and let's see. Yeah, fair and square. All right, cool. So congratulations, Dwight McCoy. And then I'm gonna pull myself up on here. Oh, forgive me in the background here with the sound. I don't know what's going on, what he's doing, what they're doing over there, but it's kind of like a really hissing type sound or something like that, but it's okay. One of the announcements that I have is I have a video I'm going to record, and I do have a couple videos coming out within this week and next week. I have some filmmaking stuff. I have my first iPhone unboxing. It's an iPhone 12 Pro, I believe, is the iPhone 12 Pro. It's not the Max, but it's iPhone 12 Pro, and I'm going to unbox it here for you, and I'm going to hook it up to my cinema rig as well. So there's going to be two videos for that. One is going to be the unboxing of the iPhone and me just hooking up all the accessories and all that stuff and talking about it real quick with you, and then doing a kind of put together of the cinema rig and everything like that. And I have an unboxing for a little LED light, Falcon Eyes F7 Mini, which is basically, let me just grab it right here. Right here, as you can see, I'm also unboxing this as well. So you're definitely going to catch this most likely next week. I think this week I'm going to have two unboxings. I'm going to have the iPhone 12 stuff come out this week. So just hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and especially so you know more about these giveaways as well as these type of unboxings and filmmaking unboxings and stuff. So you're going to find out about this really quick this week. So if you want this and you want to know more about iPhone 12 Pro and all that stuff, stay tuned because it's going to happen this week. I'm going to have an unboxing where I talk about the iPhone 12 Pro and another video for the cinema rig. So